Sometimes you don't notice the roles you slip into. You just help. You listen. You carry more than your share, because that's who you've always been. Or maybe you ask. You lean in. You take what's offered without thinking twice. We all do it. But what if the pattern was clearer than you thought? What if you've been giving too much or expecting more than you realize? Let me ask you something real. Are you a giver or are you a taker? Ever thought about it? Do you know the answer right away? Or do you need a moment? One of my best friends, let's call him Jerem, lives a bit of a drive away. We call regularly, and once in a while, he comes over to my place, or I go to his. Usually, he stays the night. But whenever he comes to me, something strange always happens. In the evening, if we're having a drink, and a glass tips over, I don't even have time to get up. He's already standing there with a cloth in his hand, wiping the mess. Glass empty? I just glance at it, and it's already full again. Of course. Jerem. And when we go to sleep that night, I wake up the next morning, and the dishes are done. The computer's fixed. The door doesn't squeak anymore. And if I'm not careful, he's even mowed the lawn. Is he just a neat freak? Sure, that too. But he's what I'd call a classic giver. Someone who's always ready to show up for others. Someone who will give whatever he has. Do you know people like that? Or maybe, are you one of them? On the other hand, an ex-girlfriend of mine, we're still friends, is the complete opposite. Can you drive me to 3 addresses in Amsterdam? Sure. Can you help me build this closet? Of course. But then I ask her for help with a Russian translation. She's Russian. And their answer? No, sorry. I'm just so busy. Classic. Taker. Now listen. There are different ways to be a giver or a taker. You can give compliments. You can give your time. You can give someone space by simply keeping your mouth shut while they tell their story. That's giving too. How someone gives or takes, and how much it can look very different from person to person. But here's the point I want to make. I don't believe anyone is born a taker or a giver. We're not made to only give or only take. We're wired for both. And honestly, we're happiest when we live both. Did you know that the person giving the gift releases the exact same chemical as the person receiving it? That chemical, oxytocin, the bonding hormone, the connection molecule, the thing that makes your heart say, this matters. Giving creates joy. So does receiving. We just forget because we get stuck in habits, in roles, in survival. Now you might think, so what? What does it matter if someone gives or takes a little too much? Well, it matters a lot, especially in a friendship, and even more in a relationship. Because in a healthy relationship, giving and taking are in balance. Let me give you an example. Another friend of mine has been chatting a lot with a woman. He talks, she listens, she asks, he tells. Now you might think he's the taker. But no, he craves attention. Yes, but he gives it freely, fully. She only gives it when it suits her. He writes her handwritten letters because she asked him to. She responds when she feels like it. And when she does, it's not really for him. She listens only when it serves her, whatever her reasons may be. Sometimes she sends a short message. He doesn't let a single second pass before replying. She reels him in again and again. Because trust me, she only texts when she's bored. A classic taker. And this is the real danger of imbalance. The giver, who learned to give as a form of love, as a way of staying connected, keeps on giving. And the taker, they stop seeing it. They stop valuing it. Worse, they just ask for more. Because takers, they rarely feel shame about taking while playing with pain. Some people learn to feel happy doing what they've always done, even if it's draining them bit by bit. So the real question is this: does it really make you happy? Or do you just not know any different? And let's say you're not actually okay with your partner lying on the couch while you do everything. Let's say you're not thrilled that you always organize the parties. Send the invites. Make sure everyone feels welcome. And they just show up. And often, they leave you with a mess. Then there's only one real solution. Stop giving. Just for a while. Learn to take by asking, by claiming space, by expecting help, by speaking your needs out loud. It's not selfish, it's not rude, it's survival, and it's not complicated. Try it, just once. Say, I could use some help, or I need time for me today, or even, hey, you do the cleaning this time. Watch what happens. Because taking doesn't make you a bad person. It makes you whole. So, is it really that simple? Yeah. Actually, it usually is. For a lot of patterns in life, you need deep work, coaching, awareness, healing. But this one's different. Being a giver or a taker. It's not who you are. It's just a style, a habit, a way of moving through the world that you picked up along the way. And once you see it, once you recognize what you do and why, you can choose something else. You can flip the switch. Try a new rhythm. Say one new sentence. Pause where you'd normally act. Ask where you'd usually offer. No guilt. No drama. Just a quiet shift in direction. You're not locked in. You're just learning. And when you know better, you get to live better. Simple. Not always easy, but simple, nonetheless.